Okay, this is section 1.1, functions. We're talking about learning just the very beginning of functions in our advanced functions textbook. Learn about the math. Anybody in the close vicinity want to read? Got their textbook ready? Jason, can you read? Jonathan?
Jonathan and Tina are building an outdoor skating rink. They have enough materials to make a rectangular rink with an area of about 1,800 meters squared, and they do not want to purchase any additional materials. They know from past experience that a good rink must be approximately 30 meters longer than it is wide. What dimension should they use to make their rink?
Okay, so the textbook here is actually going to give us three solutions. The first one is an algebraic model, which I prefer. It's going to give you an exact answer. The second one is trial and error, which I don't like at all. I don't really think we need it. And the third one is using a graphing calculator, which we don't need either. Okay, so we're really just going to focus on solution A. Okay, so it tells us that our rink is 1,800 meters squared. Who can tell me the formula for area of a rectangle? Because we know the rink is a rectangle. It also tells us that. What's the formula for a rectangle? Yeah, Elijah.
Length times width.
Right, so our area is equal to length times width. Okay, and they decided to use X and Y. Okay, I'm going to use L and W just because it gives our variables a little more meaning. All right, they also tell us they have enough materials to make 1,800 meters squared. So we know that the area total has to be 1,800 length times width. Okay, and then they tell us that from past experience, they know a good rink is approximately 30 meters longer than it is wide. So the book here goes into defining f at x as x minus the width. Okay, so I'm going to do it a little bit differently. First of all, we need to express length in terms of width or width in terms of length. It doesn't matter which one you want to do. I'm going to choose length is equal to 1,800 divided by width. Okay, and of course I'm dividing both sides by w there. They cross out, so I'm isolating for my length. Okay, next they know from past experience a good rink must be approximately 30 meters longer than it is wide. So my length then is equal to my width plus 30 meters. Okay, makes sense? Any questions about that so far? My length is 30 meters wider than my width, or longer than my width. Okay? Now I'm going to take what actually, probably makes a little more sense to solve for width. So let's do that. Really, either way would be fine. Okay, so I take the length or the width. I've changed my mind now here and went with the width. That's my width expressed as my length, and I'm going to sub it in for w here. Okay, and what that does, it allows me to have an equation with only one variable. All right, so my length is equal to 1,800 divided by L plus 30. Any questions there so far? So we're almost home free here. We have an equation with only one variable. Now we just have to solve for that. Who can tell me what's the next step? I have a variable on the denominator. So what might I want to do here?
So are you able to move all those things?
Yeah, I can figure out how to do that. Next one, okay? Anybody know what to do? We have a variable on the denominator. I need to get that up, right? I need to get it out of the denominator. What do I do? Jesse, do you remember? No? Marco? Multiply it by what? Yeah, multiply everything actually by L, or L over 1, right? So everything's getting multiplied by L. Yeah. So now I have, on this side, I'm going to have L squared. This side, 1,800 times L, the L's are going to cancel, right? So I have 1,800 plus 30L. Any questions there? Okay, now what do? I want to solve for L. You guys are rusty. David, what do I do next? Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, maybe I'll go solo and then you guys hopefully will remember some stuff as we move on. Okay, we're gonna move all the L's to one side, right? Okay, now this should look familiar.